Hey, what's going on, guys? Matty with Fitness, and we got a video today talking about Pop-Tarts. I mean refeeds. Refeed day. What are refeeds? Who needs them? How do we implement them? First thing we need to clear up, a refeed is not to be confused with a cheat day. A cheat day is essentially YOLOing the day away, throwing your macros out the window, and not tracking anything. Cheating from your diet, giving yourself a free day of eating whatever you want. Whereas a refeed is completely different. It's structured. It's a controlled overfeeding of that day by manipulating your macronutrients. So who needs to refeed? Do you need a refeed? If you're of a higher body fat percentage, if you're maintaining, if you're bulking, or even if you're in a very slight calorie deficit, maybe only 10%, and you're losing weight at a very slow, consistent rate, you probably don't need a refeed. They're more beneficial for people who are maybe contest prep, in a severe calorically restricted state, maybe 500 to 600 calories per day, carbs are getting really low. The leaner you get, the more often you will need a refeed. So they're not for everyone, but they do have many benefits to a lot of people. What does a refeed actually do? Well, as we know, the more we restrict our calories, naturally our metabolism will begin to adapt. So as we keep cutting calories, our metabolism begins to slow down a little bit, sometimes to the point where we hit weight loss plateaus. And a lot of people get alarmed and they start increasing cardio and decreasing calories because they want to start losing weight again. But you can only go so far in each direction and you start doing more harm than good. This is where a refeed can be beneficial, to give you that slight bump in metabolism to get the ball rolling again. It also provides many psychological and performance benefits as well. So if you've been dieting for a long period of time, you may want that break. You get that day to look forward to where you get to bump up the carbs and the calories a lot higher than you're used to, and it's just a great mental break from dieting. You also get performance benefits. So you're restoring your muscle glycogen and you'll get way better workouts in the gym from glycogen supercompensation. So the next couple of days after a refeed, you'll probably notice performance has gone up dramatically in the gym. Now, one thing to not be alarmed about, after you refeed, if you step on that scale, the weight might have gone up slightly. This is normal. You introduced a whole bunch of carbs into your body that it wasn't used to getting. That weight will begin to taper off. It's nothing to worry about. That's normal with a refeed. So how do we go about implementing refeeds if we have been dieting for a while, if we hit a weight loss plateau, if we're getting very lean? How do we do refeeds? Well, typically what you want to do is, if you're eating in a deficit, which that's what you do when you're dieting, you want to bump those calories back up to maintenance. So let's say you're losing weight on 2,000 calories per day. Maybe you want to bump that up to 2,500s for that specific day and make those calories come from carbohydrates. Now, refeeds are going to be different for every single individual because we all have different metabolisms. But essentially what you're doing, again, is overfeeding on carbohydrates for that day. So some people give you guidelines to maybe lower your protein a little bit, lower your fat a little bit. You're probably safe just keeping your protein and fat where they are and bumping up the carbs for that day. Again, it's different for everyone, and this is going to be something you have to tear up. Trial, error, adjust, and repeat. So try it out, see how your body responds to it, see how you react to it, and try something different the next time. Or if you saw a great benefit from it, keep rolling with that. So some people might give the 1 to 3 grams per pound of body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, maybe bump your carbs up to 600 grams for that day. Or maybe start at 1.5. So these are numbers that you're going to have to play with. You can even start with a very small refeed. Add 100 grams of carbohydrates in for that refeed day, and don't be scared of getting fat from that. And if that wasn't enough, maybe the next week bump that up a little bit. Again, something that you will have to play around with as everyone responds differently. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. So to sum it up again, the purpose of a refeed is to try and reverse some of the negative effects and adaptations of dieting. Some of them are inevitable. Our metabolism is going to slow down. We're going to be hungry. Our performance may suffer. We may feel lethargic. Our thyroid, leptin levels, muscle glycogen, these things are bound to happen when you restrict calories, and the leaner you get, the more severe it will be. And this is why refeeds can be beneficial. So if you are contest prep, you're getting really lean, I'm sure your coach has provided you with a refeed schedule of some sort. If you're just trying to lose a couple of pounds here and there, you may not need a refeed, or try one out for a day. Give yourself a day of higher carbohydrates and see how your body responds to it. This is what bodybuilding, fitness, and nutrition is sometimes. It's never going to be concrete numbers that you could just throw out there. Like, I can't just tell you, all right, you need a 300-gram carbohydrate refeed. I don't know what you need. We have to try something, see how we respond to it, and adjust when necessary. So that is the video on refeeds, guys. I hope this helped you out. It's been a very popular question. I know I kept it a little bit basic, but that's really all we need when we're trying to cover certain topics sometimes. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video and show your support. I appreciate that as always. And share it with other people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about refeeds, and I will catch you all in the next video. Thanks again, guys.